So this is my Yamaha R3 and this is not E20 compliant, and the problem is I have to store this bike now for 2 to 3 weeks and I won't be able to ride this bike. So what do I do? It's not about the Yamaha R3. There are so many bikes in India which are still not E20 compliant. So what do people do now? How do I save my tank and then corrosion happening in the tank and all of that? So let's find out that. Let's go to the fuel station. There's no fuel and I've done this on purpose. I'll tell you why. So it's not only about this Yamaha R3. I believe about 70% of the bikes in India are not E20 compliant, and this bike, my Yamaha R3, is E10 compliant. So now the problem is I have to park this bike because I'm going on a ride on my KTM adventure, and then I have to park this bike for at least 3 weeks now. So now to find a solution for this, I'll tell you about the ethanol. So what ethanol does to your bike is, if you're parking the bike, keeping the fuel on the bike, inside the bike, what can happen is your bike can corrode from inside. That rust, it can form rust inside the tank, and also the fuel injector and the pipes inside the bike can get dissolved, because that ethanol is alcohol based. Because of its corrosive nature, it can also melt the pipes inside the bike. So that is very risky, guys. There is a solution to it, and that's what I'm going to do. First thing is, I've not fueled up my bike. If you see, on purpose I've not fueled this bike. So then I'm going to do so what I'm going to do is I'm going to go and fuel up the bike first. So let's fuel up the bike, and then I'll tell you what I'm going to do when I'm parking this bike for a long time. So I believe this bike has almost 2 liters of reserve fuel now. So what I'll be doing next is I'll be adding around 7 liters of fuel in the bike. Okay, and I'll tell you why I'm going to add 7 liters of fuel. So here I am at the Shell petrol pump. So let's fuel this bike up first. Okay, let's wait. Namaste sir. Sir, 7 liters aaki. Normal. Ah, okay. 7 liter aaki. Yes. Sir, UPI sir. ಎಷ್ಟಾಯಿತು? ಆಲ್ ರೈಟ್. ಆಯಿತು ಸರ್. So I fueled up the bike about 7 liters. So now I'll show you what I'm going to do. So here comes the magic. So I have here with me a Liqui Moly additive shooter. Okay, see this here. So what this will do is a lot of benefits. So if I'm parking the bike, this will clean the injector, it will clean any kind of impurities in the petrol, the fuel, and also this will protect my bike from any kind of corrosion or any kind of rusting in the tank. So this will prevent it from happening. So this is a 80 ml bottle, and I have almost 10 liters in the tank now. So I have to add the complete 80 ml of this liquid moly going inside the tank. So add the complete bottle. Okay, so I've added the complete bottle, and this will start doing its job to protect my tank and the parts inside the bike from the rust and any kind of damage that will happen due to ethanol. So what I would recommend is anyone who has a E10 compliant bike which is not E20 ready like mine, I strongly suggest, if you are parking your bike somewhere and if you are not taking it anywhere out, I would strongly recommend you to use this liquid moly. This is one of the best one in the market right now to protect your bike from any kind of harm that happens because of ethanol. Now even the fuel that you get, the XP95, even that has this ethanol. Only the XP100 does not have ethanol. That's 100% pure fuel, but very expensive, and more than expensive, you won't find it anywhere nowadays. It's very rare that you find that in only fuel stations, only few fuel stations, not everywhere. So if you're parking your bike and not using it for a long time, I would advise you to put this particular product, the liquid moly, and protect your bike from ethanol damage. Alright, let's go. And the liquid moly shooter, it costs around 380 something, so that is the price. But if you put it once on the tank, at least for 6 months, there should not be a problem. So it's like, to prevent bigger problems happening in future, you can just avoid it by investing a small portion of it to protect your bike. If you're using the bike regularly, then I don't think this is required, because the fuel keeps shaking and the fresh fuel keeps coming. But the problem happens when you park your bike in one place and you don't use it. That's when the problem happens. So I hope, guys, this video was informative. You found some value on this content, my video. So if you like it even a little bit, consider subscribing to my channel, like this video, comment your thoughts on it, so that will motivate me to make more videos for you guys. Thank you so much, guys. Bye bye, take care and stay safe.